What's up, everybody? It's Joe back from the Acceptable Casualties, here to do our April channel update. This one's probably pretty short and sweet. There's not a lot really coming through the pipeline as far as changes to the channel or anything that we're going to end up doing for the next couple weeks, I guess. So I guess this past month, some things that we touched on, I ended up putting up the first Sons of Mars Gladiator little profile for the game that I'm putting together. Probably going to do another one of those next month, and then maybe by the end of May, I might end up throwing a battle report for those of you who are interested in seeing that. Plus, it'll be, different game on the channel that you guys can kind of check out along the way. So, I'm not going to get too much into that right now. That's going to kind of be its own thing. So, just, any of you that were interested in it, we are going to continue to do it. Well, I'm going to continue to do it, and you will be getting some videos for that probably in the next couple weeks, maybe 2 in the month of May. If not, then June is also going to end up building up to that. Excuse me. Another thing that we have come through is Test of Honor. So I ended up getting the box set in the middle of the month. I put up the special delivery video for that, so some of you are interested in that. That's going to be coming out, probably some battle reports. I was hoping to get it done at the end of this month, but just the way kind of things fell in my schedule, I wasn't able to really set up a game, and I only have one of the armies painted right now for the starter battle. So it's like half of an army, and then I have to still do the other one. The models don't take that long to paint, but just I've been working on painting so much other stuff right now that kind of got backlogged. So I'm thinking in maybe like the next week or two, I'll get up like the first little starter game that they have in their little campaign book, so you guys can kind of get an idea what it looks like. And then, if you guys end up liking the video or want to see more of it, I was already thinking about picking up some terrain from Foreground, because they have like a village pack that you can get. I was already thinking about maybe doing that. So if you guys like watching it and we really like playing it, then I might start expanding on it a little bit more. Just a little something different for you guys to watch and something different for me to play. And like I said, the buy-in was cheap, so it's really easy for me just to kind of get rolling with that and not have to really worry about expanding on it too much, because I already have a lot of the stuff that I need. So yeah, Test of Honor. Probably gonna start coming up in the next week or two. I know I'll probably end up playing with Vin mostly. I know actually I was able to talk my wife into maybe rolling some dice for a game, that just never happened. So we'll see. Maybe I can get her to roll some dice and see if she likes it a lot. Another thing I was looking at maybe doing too, as far as just kind of mixing it up, throwing something else out there. I do play Dreadball on the side. It's not really a historical war game, but I think I figured out how to be able to film it and put it out there and still have it kind of entertaining and have some fun with it. Plus, I have I think there's 7 or 8 people at the gaming club that I play at that we all have teams, because we did a league last year. So might be able to add that to the channel. Just something different to watch, different to play. I know most of you guys probably aren't going to be into it because, it's not really historical wargaming. But like I said, it's just something different to watch that pops up on a Friday and you got nothing to do for 15, 20 minutes. You might want to watch an extra video or something like that. And it doesn't matter to me that much because filming the stuff isn't that big of a deal, and even the editing process isn't that bad. So I think just putting that together and throwing it up there, just something different for you guys to watch, might be pretty cool. So I'm going to give that a shot. I'll probably put a test game up next month for that as well. So there'll be some new battle reports coming up for some different games in the next couple weeks. I don't know if they're going to stick around. Just like the Judge Dredd thing. We played 4 episodes of Judge Dredd. I think combined for those 4 episodes, I think I had 250 views. And I get and that was over a month or a month and a half. And for Flames of War stuff, I get 300 to 500 views the first day something goes up. And that was for 4 videos for the Judge Dredd. And I didn't even get close to those numbers. So the viewership, I guess, spoke, and they're not into watching it, which was fine. So I can totally cut it out because it was labor intensive as far as the editing and everything goes. So I won't put that up on the channel anymore, but I do like throwing some different stuff out there just to kind of see what sticks. And if you guys like it, I'll keep doing it. If you don't like it, it's no big deal. I'll just keep playing. I just won't play on camera. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for some of the smaller games coming up. Another thing I wanted to touch on, I hit it out on the last battle report that we did. I ended up talking to Piers Brand. He's one of the 2 writers for Battle Group. So I ended up talking to him a little bit, and he decided he's going to send me out 2 of the rule books. I'm going to get the core rule book and then the Fall of the Reich book. And I'm going to start doing I'm going to do battle reports for it, and I'm going to mix it in with the Flames of War flow. So, it'll be another rule set for World War II, and it works in 15 mil, which is totally awesome. So I don't have to really buy anything models-wise to make it all work. All my terrain and everything will kind of fit with it. So what I'm going to end up doing for some of you that are interested in it, because I know some of you guys wanted to see maybe some different World War II rule systems in 15 mil, so all your Flames of War stuff will roll over. I was going to kind of take you guys along with me as I reviewed the books and I learned the rule system, and then maybe you guys who are interested in playing can also learn with us while we do it. I'm going to be talking to peers a lot on Facebook when we do the battle reports, and any questions that I have, he'll be able to almost like hold our hand and take us through the rule set, so we'll be able to get most of the stuff right. So when you guys watch the learning videos and the battle reports, we'll be able to hit, pretty well. I feel like, we'll be able to get like 90% of the stuff right as we learn, and then eventually, we'll be able to get better and better with that rule set. So look for Battle Group to start coming up in the next couple weeks. Definitely the review will be coming out in a couple weeks, and then maybe we'll try to get a battle report up by like the middle to end of June. And if we end up really liking it, and you guys end up really liking it, I could see that not supplanting Flames of War, because Flames of War is kind of like the heart of the channel right now, but definitely getting like maybe 1 or 2 battle reports up a month if that's something that you guys are interested in. And the one thing is for that rule set, it doesn't seem like it's not a tournament-driven rule set. It's more like your pickup games with buddies, play like campaigns. It has a lot of chaotic elements to it and randomness. So because you don't have the amount of control, and you guys will see that when I go over the review for the rule set. So if you guys like those kind of elements in your games, I think you'll have a ton of fun with it. And based off what I've been reading on it, like I like that. I like not having complete control over everything that happens with your army on the table. So I think it'll be fun. And I know Vin has that same mentality too. So I think we'll have a good time with it on the table. So keep an eye out for some battle group stuff coming up in the next like month and a half. Not like I said, not supplanting Flames of War, almost running alongside of it. In the beginning, definitely for the foreseeable couple months. So it'll be something different for you guys to watch. I'm trying to think what else we have. I said there really wasn't a lot going on this month. I'm still going to be doing the Plastic Soldier Company like build along with all the army stuff that I bought for the Poles and the Brits that I'm putting together. For those of you guys who aren't in the loop on that right now, I picked up the Italian campaign books. So starting in the summer, I'm looking to start getting more into the Italian campaign for Flames of War. So I'm building up my Polish Second Corps right now, as well as Brits with like a tank squadron. There's gonna be like a lot of options. I'll be able to run like just a bunch of lists out of that Road to Rome book. And then once I'm done painting all that together, which should hopefully be by the middle of May, end of May. Once that gets all done, I'm going to move over and I'm going to start doing some Hermann Goering lists out of the Fortress Italy book. I already have the Fallschirmjägers, so the infantry for Hermann Goering and the Fallschirmjägers, they both look super similar. I think like the helmets are the only thing that are really different as far as color scheme goes or anything along those lines. So I'll have enough infantry to run all the Fallschirmjäger lists, which are actually really cool lists, as well as the Hermann Goering lists, which are also really cool lists. I just have to pick up some tanks and some KFZ 70s and just like some small stuff to kind of get those Hermann Goering like flavored lists together. So just like some flavored units. And once all that gets done, I'm hopefully going to be able to roll out a campaign in the summer. And the cool thing is for those of you guys who don't know, the House of Hengist, I have them inside my my like favorites channels on the Acceptable Casualties page on YouTube. Look them up. I'm going to be working with them over the summer, and we're going to do like a big narrative campaign where we're going to start using some of the Achtung Panzer rules, which are the rules that they use for their historical like reenactment games, which are awesome. If you guys haven't watched the videos, you definitely need to go over there and check them out. They're like cool, like little 10-minute videos, a lot of historical flavor to them. Really heavy on the narrative part. Like it's just cool. So I've been talking to Mark from over there, and he's going to set up a campaign for Vin and myself. They're going to run it on their end. So all we're going to get is like the mission parameters, just the stuff that your common foot soldier would get. But we're not really going to be privy to anything that's happening as far as laying out the terms of battle or how the campaign is going to flow. We're literally just going to be playing the game with the rule set attached on to probably Flames of War 3, I think is what the bolt-ons are for. So we're going to be using their card sets, their rules, everything with it, and we're going to play like a narrative campaign over a couple weeks. So, and how many games we get out of it, I don't know what Mark has in store for us. But that's something to keep an eye out for in the summer. I'm actually kind of excited about that because Vin and I have been talking. We wanted to do some more narrative games. I know I mentioned doing the Penal Battalion, narrative campaign, the mini campaign, be like 3 games, and I think we're going to be starting that up either like whenever this posts, probably the week or week after this goes up. We're going to start doing that. I don't know if it'll be 3 successive weeks in a row, but it's definitely going to be like episode 1 will be starting up in the next couple of weeks. So you guys are going to see that on the channel right now. Like we're still enjoying doing the pickup games. I'm still doing the not play testing, but I'm still doing the version 4 stuff with Jeff and playing that. Vin keeps going back and forth. I feel bad for Vin. If you guys watched the battle reports recently, he's not clicking with V4, and the dice aren't really helping the situation at all either. So I think it just kind of left a bad taste in his mouth originally, but he still said he's going to try it. So for all you guys that want to watch V4, me and Vin and I we're going to still play it occasionally and give it a shot. But I still think between Vin and I, it's going to be V3. He's just more comfortable with it. It seems like our games are more enjoyable when I play against Vin for version 3, whereas when I played Jeff, like we were having a blast playing version 4. It was working out really well. So there's still going to be that mix on the channel for any of you guys who are like, oh, you're not playing V3 anymore, or some people are like, oh, you're not going to play V4 anymore. We're still going to play both. I have no idea what the percentages are going to be. It just really depends on who I'm able to get a game in with them and who I'm going to be able to play against that week. So it'll be like on a week-to-week basis. I have no idea what the rotation is going to be or how it's going to roll out. It just depends on who I'm going to end up playing. But for the narrative stuff, it will be version 3, and it will be battle group when we start doing we get more comfortable with that as well. We'll probably use that system for a lot of our narrative campaigns as well. So there's just like a little touch on like the World War II front, what we're going to do. I do want to get some more Hail Caesar in. I know, like I think for our channel, we have like 4,000 views on that first Hail Caesar game that we put up. And then the second one we put up, I got like 300 or 400. So it was like this huge swing of the pendulum. I don't know as far as what you guys, like if you guys like watching Ancients, awesome. I'll totally put it up more. I couldn't get a good feel of it based on the 2 videos that we put up. It's like either like everybody absolutely loved it or like nobody gave a damn about it. So I'll put that back up. I like playing the game a lot. The only downside is I only have the Romans fully painted, and then I have Greeks as well, but the Hoplites are the only thing I have fully painted. Everything else is like Silver Surfer. And then for my Parthians, I got like a chunk of it painted, maybe like a third to a half of the army, but I don't have everything painted for that. So when it goes out on the table, it's not going to be a fully painted thing, but the game will still be fun. We'll still do everything with it. So I want to get into a little more Hail Caesar in there, but I just don't have a wide variety of armies, and I don't have a lot of painted stuff either. So if you guys want to see that, leave a comment and let me know. Like that's the best thing that you guys can really do. Like I know like some of you are really consistent with coming back and leaving comments in the feedback section, and that's awesome because I get to talk to you guys and get to pick your brains what you guys want to see. If you guys have any ideas, it's just nice to hear from you guys as far as that kind of stuff goes. So let me know. Even if there's stuff that you don't like seeing, put that down there. Like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I mean, just, let me know what you guys like and don't like, and then that can make the content even that much better. It seems like you guys really like the small, like, modeling video tips that I put out. So I'll keep trying to do those. I'm going to start now. We got version 4 dropping. I'm going to start getting back into maybe doing some more like the tactics videos. Maybe not, they're not, and like some of you guys who watch the other ones, they're not geared toward you going to a tournament and steamrolling. It's almost just how to play that army a little bit better, some different ways to maybe look at how to play them. I mean, they might work tournament-wise for some of the tactics, but overall, it's more just about playing the army, I think, the way they were meant to be played and trying to find synergy between units. So I'm going to start doing it for version 4. I think I'm going to focus really on my Fallschirmjägers for version 4 tactics right now, and almost let you guys follow the evolution with that, because some of the games that I've played and some of the games that I've talked to some other people about, it seems like it's really tank centric as far as what the dominant play seems like it's going to be down the line as far as armor and things like that. So I really wanted to kind of focus on infantry for some of us infantry players and try to figure out a way how to play that on the table and make it. If I can make it as effective as tanks, that would be a victory, I think, at this point. So you guys are going to probably see some tactics videos on that, and almost like an evolution of playing Fallschirmjäger, and that'll branch off into some other infantry companies as well for version 4. So some of us who like to play boots on the ground can kind of figure out a way to balance the tables a little bit when we're playing against some of those armor lists for early war, late war. Like I said, I'm not really playing mid-war. I'm not interested really in the desert part right now. It's not my cup of tea. When they get to Eastern Front, I might play version 4, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. Once version 4 drops for Eastern Front, if the books look the same as they did for North Africa and they're doing cards and all that kind of stuff with it, Probably not going to be my cup of tea. What I'll end up doing is I might just buy the old Eastern Front book if I can find it, and I'll play the lists out of that and do it that way. Like, I'm not into the cards thing. I don't want to even get into that right now because that's just going to start a giant flame storm. So it's not really my cup of tea. But once they get to Eastern Front, if they do the books and everything, and it has a little more, I don't know, bite than the desert stuff, I might just pick it up and roll into it and do version 4 for mid-war. If it ends up being kind of the same as the North Africa kind of thing to it, I might just pick up the old Eastern Front book for mid-war and then just play it with the version 4 rules with the old version 2 or 3 lists or whatever they are. And do it like that, and so that makes to play some mid-war. Or, like I said, it might end up being battle group for mid-war, because I know they have like a battle group curse. I have to look more into that and see how that goes. So, I do want to play mid-war stuff. I just have to really look at the options and see what kind of gameplay I'm going to actually enjoy the most going forward with that. So just something to keep an eye out for. What other? I mean, that's kind of it. I guess the one thing, another thing too, I was gonna do some videos for, and it's not gonna start up for maybe like another month or two. But like I said, referring back to the Italian campaign, I'm gonna start building out the Italian table more. I have the church, the Monte Cassino Italian church that Battlefront sells. What I'm gonna end up doing with that as well is Kim from over at Creative Scenery. He has some Italian buildings up, so I'm going to put in an order for those, and I'm going to get those going for my Italian table. And then I'm going to try to find some other people that do some Italian buildings, some resin ones, especially if I can get it pre-painted, man. That's like a huge deal. Like I'm totally willing to pay extra for that because I'm not a huge fan of painting buildings. So I'm going to try to get some buildings, a little more variety. So when I do the Italian table, I want it to look like an Italian table. I don't want to use any of the European, the Northern European or Russian buildings to capture any of that. So I'm going to start looking into getting some buildings over the next couple months. You guys will get maybe a couple more reviews as far as scenery for your tables. And another thing too, I'm going to do a little more research as far as getting like trees and vineyards and all that, and start maybe building a little bit more terrain. Nothing extensive and crazy, but just enough to kind of match the whole Italian theme. I really want it to look good when I jump into there. So, maybe I'll start putting some videos up, some stuff that I'm picking up like I usually do, or maybe some of the stuff I'm going to be ordering for terrain-wise. Or if you guys know of anything that might be a cool fit, let me know with that too. Because then, I could spend a couple bucks, pick something up, and then do a review for some of the people who maybe aren't familiar with it or have never seen it before. But I think that's all I want to touch on with the hobby page, like the acceptable casualties stuff. That's pretty much all that we're going to be doing for the next month. Pretty low key stuff as far as like maybe a couple little skirmish games and moving into battle group, which I'm kind of stoked about. I think that's actually kind of fun. I was pretty interested in seeing that, and the people who play seem like they're pretty excited about the rule set as well. So it'll be something different to try and see how it goes. And that's really it, man. Yeah, so like I said, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. We'll do another update at the end of May. Keep an eye out for some videos. Like I said, I got the Plastic Soldier Company reviews coming up over the next couple of weeks. You get a closer look at some of the box sets and what you guys can build out of those box sets, as well as some of the finished painting for the infantry and the tanks and everything like that, as well as with the Plastic Soldier Company stuff. So they're going to be rolling out a little bit more as well. So just keep an eye out for whatever we put out there. Like, I appreciate you guys watching and leaving feedback and everything else that you guys do on your end. So catch you guys later.